Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to NFTV. You've seen the match reactions. This is Scoring the Players. Stay tuned for a hilarious last word. We've just filmed an hour there, and it is absolutely hilarious. So the start of it is just all over the place, and we're going to leave that in, which is absolutely class. But look, this is Scoring the Players, and Newcastle United have absolutely battered Crystal Palace here, 5-0 at St James's Park. Let's get things cracking with the goalkeeper. So Nick Pope. Believe it or not, even though Nick Pope didn't have a ton of he had a massive penalty save. I actually think this is Nick Pope's probably one of his best games this season. He's come under a lot of criticism with his distribution. His form, obviously, Martin Dubravka kept him out for a period of time, but I thought he got a whack in the head. Then he saved the penalty, and look, he saved the penalty, which may have been a key moment in the game, which when Newcastle went on to go and score another. So for me, I'm going to score Nick Pope a 9 out of 10, a really high mark, despite not having a ton of to do in terms of shot stopping, but everything else, the penalty save, distribution, he's kicking, came out the goal at the right time as well. So for me, Nick Pope, 9 out of 10. Let's move on to the right back, Kieran Trippier, who once again, he's just been mint since he's got into that side. Really, it's weird because we've had the injury at Lewis Hall, and since that injury, Kieran Trippier has come in on this right-hand side. Liverpool's moved to the left. Trippier's been mint. His experience from the West Ham all the way to the cup final to now, again, the neat, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. His leadership, his housery when Palace had a penalty and all of that. Another 9 out of 10. You have to give it. He's absolutely on fire at the moment. And I'm absolutely so pleased that he's actually retired from international duty because we get him. And similar to the man next to him, Fabian Schär, who recently retired from Switzerland, he was absolutely brilliant again. And that his form has gone another level recently. Again, once more, got the goal. With that little glancing header, absolutely great. And it's yet again, it's another, you've got to give another high mark, a 9 out of 10. Absolutely incredible. He's the man alongside him, left centre back Dan Burn. Got a yellow card. He was absolutely furious when Fabian Schär went down with an injury. It looked like a bit of the elbow. I don't know. Again, we've only seen it once. I've not had the benefit of replays and stuff, but he was absolutely fab. No pun intended there, because that's obviously his man next to him. But Dan Burn, do I give him another 9? Do you know what? Why not? Why not? If I'm scoring the others are 9s, why not? Dan Burn's another 9. Tino Livramento, he was absolutely fine once again. Left back, and it's weird because we're not really missing Lewis Hall. When we had that injury, we initially worried at the cup final we're going to miss Gordon, we're going to miss Lewis Hall. But again, Tino Livramento, he's probably, am I going to say this? He's probably England's best left back right now. Name me a better left back who's playing there at the minute in the Premier League than him. There's no one, weirdly. And he's been moved out of position. Another 9 out of 10. Palace, no threat whatsoever down his side. Let's move to the 3 midfielders. Let's start with, so go with Tonali, why not? We were singing his praises on the last word, which is coming up later on, which will be in the morning. Sandro Tonali is right up there. He's on another level. We talked about, is he in that bracket? Well, I mentioned it. Is he in the bracket that world class? With consistency in performances, he's on the cusp for me. He's breaking into that now in terms of elite centre midfielders in world football. He's on the brink, and it's another outstanding performance. Just his set of lungs. What is he drinking? Because I need some of that just to get me through my work shift. He's absolutely running all over the place. You see it more in person than you would on TV. Getting his foot in, creating that assist, man. That is absolutely disgusting. Incredible assist. Reverse pass through. Newcastle go and score. Thank you very much, Tonali. And do you know what? I don't normally do 9.5s. I'm not gonna. But he is probably shading man of the match. But I got a little bit of criticism for not giving him a 10 out of 10. I'm doing it. It's not because of the Man United performance. I think this one is just right up there. He's brilliant. The man's alongside of Bruno Guimaraes, not as good as Tonali, but I don't even think the other two were naturally. But Bruno Guimaraes, this might be a bit harsh. I might get a little bit of stick for saying this. Bruno Guimaraes is an 8 out of 10. I mean, an 8 is still really good, but there's so many people who actually performed the night. And normally we say, oh, that's an 8 out of 10. He's had a great game. And don't get me wrong, he has had a fantastic game, but I just think Tonali was better. I just think his midfield partner was much, much better. So for me, Bruno Guimaraes gets an 8 out of 10. Joe Linton alongside him. I think I'd give Joe Linton out the start 11 on the weekend one of the lowest marks, which was a 7. I think he had a better game tonight. So tonight I'm going to give Joe Litton an 8. I think I'll match that with Bruno Guimaraes. He was in a little bit of the wars at the first half. We're a little bit worried that if he picks up a booking, because if he picked up a booking, he'd miss 2 games. He's got to get through the Villa game that weekend, and then he's free for the rest of the season. So we're a little bit careful. And obviously, he was involved with the. I've kind of just missed off Nick Pope because Nick Pope gave away the penalty, but Joe Litton was like in between them. But I'm not down scoring Nick Pope for that because I think that's incredibly harsh. But Joe Litton got himself around the pitch a little bit, which is good. But I just think Tonali was absolutely on another level. He's not carrying the midfield, of course not, but Tonali's just absolutely sensational at the minute. His form is right up there. But Joe Litton, back to him, Brazilian, an 8, an 8 and a 10 for the 3 centre midfielders. Over on that right-hand side, Jacob Murphy, another one who's absolutely on fire at the moment. Got an assist, got a goal. What more do you want to ask for? People are going to say, did he mean that? I actually think he does. The Tonali one I don't, a couple of weeks back, but that Murphy one, I think the way he hits it and the way the direction, it's power, it's a shot that it's not a cross because he hasn't curled it or looped it, or he means that, and he gets an assist as well. For Jacob Murphy, he's going to get a 9 out of 10 for me. He's got to be, Thomas Tuchel's got to be looking at him and his form at the moment thinking, why not? And do you know what he is? He's an out and out winger. He's not an inverted winger, which is probably a little bit unique in the Premier League, that on the left-hand side we'll play with inverted, whether it's Gordon or Bond. On the right-hand side we'll play outward, which is Jacob Murphy. Across to the left-hand side, another one. I could keep going on, you're getting bored yet. Jacob Murphy, winger on the other side, is Harvey Barnes. He's partner in crime on the left side. Brilliant, absolutely. Is it 2 goals? Is it going to get taken off him again? I don't know, I haven't seen it back. Just all over the place. He's cutting in, and do you know what it is? You know what he's going to do, but it's so difficult to defend it because he's quick with his feet. He's not with blistering pace. If you were playing FIFA, he's not got in the 90s pace. I think he's in the probably low 80s in terms of pace. But what he does do well, he creates and he takes risks, and the risks are coming off at the moment. Harvey Barnes is another one. He's going to get a 9 out of 10. He's just class. He's absolutely class. Isaac, again, he'll be kicking himself by the time we were 4-0 up and didn't score. He's thinking to himself, had a minute, we've just beat Man U 4-1, we're 4-0 up and I haven't scored yet. Newcastle are scoring goals left, right and centre for fun. And I'm not on the score sheet, what's going on there? Scored the goal, got an absolutely fantastic finish. There is players I feel that are around the pitch who've done better than him. Again, I might get a little bit of stick for saying this, but I'm going to score Isaac an 8 out of 10. And again, the lowest mark I've given is Bruno, Joe Litton and Isaac an 8. That's the lowest mark. That shows you how much each individual has played well tonight. He scored the goal, probably a little bit quieter, similar to the weekend, but you know what? He scored tonight and it was a fucking brilliant finish. Brilliant curling finish. I think it was right to substitute, and I think the substitutes were spot on by Tindall. Let's talk about them as well. Let me know what you think on Isaac. Am I being a tad harsh there, or is that fair? The 2 substitutes which got half an hour, which made sense. Joe Willock back from concussion. He played. Anthony Gordon also getting half an hour. He needs to build his fitness, but Anthony Gordon's going to struggle to get in this side at the moment because of the form of Harvey Barnes and Jacob Murphy, whether they play us left or right. I think Willock didn't see enough of him, give the ball away a couple of times, and we didn't see enough of Gordon. I think the game was winding down, let's be honest. And I'm going to both score them a 6 out of 10 for both of those players, a 6 out of 10 for each one. And then a little bit later, I was seeing another double substitution. We're seeing Sean Longstaff come on, Callum Wilson come on again. We didn't see much of them. What did they get again? Was it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, including stoppages? I'll match that with both 6s for both of those 2 lads as well. So the 4 substitutes so far are getting 6s out of 10s. Not a huge impact in the game. The game was, as I say, winding down. Newcastle had already won the game. And then the last substitution was Emil Kraft, who came on for Kieran Trippier at right back. Not applicable for me. Non-applicable. You can't really score him. You got, 5 minutes? He's getting a lot more game time than Matty Target at the minute, which is interesting. So he's been preferred whether he's playing centre-back or right-back. Initially, I thought he might come off of Dan Burn because Dan Burn picked up that yellow card for arguing, but brilliant. And then Jason Tindall. Do you know what? In April, if Eddie Howe doesn't come back, and this is a great question I'm going to ask because I didn't have the answer to this, who gets manager of the month? who gets manager of the month? So if Tindall wins again, I don't know, he wins on the weekend or gets a point, does he qualify to be manager of the month, or does Eddie Howe take the claim? It's a weird one, isn't it? Have we ever had that before? Because he's got to be in the nominations, 1, 2, 2, Tindall. But for me, you can't give less than a 10, really, can you? It's a 5-0 win at home against a side that you thought would put in much more of a fight than what Man United did on the weekend. You've got to go 10 out of 10. Whether that's Tindall / Howe, or Tindall, a bit of Howe, because no doubt Howe would have had his say once again, despite him being ill. And best wishes to Eddie Howe. I hope he gets well soon. Very, very quickly. We want him back in the dugout. He's not going to be there for Aston Villa, but hopefully the week after, fingers crossed, and hopefully these rumours going around that he's going to miss the rest of the season are not true, hopefully. But I was seeing a few of the first team coaches around me going past, so I think we'll wrap it up there. Hope you've enjoyed all of the content. Remember, the last word is coming in the morning, because that is a mammoth video of half an hour, but there's a lot of laughs in there as well. But I have rated all of those players, and this is what they commented down there below. I want to know what you lot think. Who was your man match? Give me your full 11. Rate them. Come on then. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Newcastle United are sitting third in the Premier League. Right, I'm going to get myself off here because the rest of the lads have left us. Love yous and leave yous. And drop us a like on Newcastle Fans TV. We'll see you very soon. See you everyone. Bye-bye.